briefly. So obviously you have our brother George Floyd, right? And he was arrested for allegedly presenting a counterfeit bill. I read the 911 transcript on it. It sounds like from the way it was written, I didn't hear the audio. I'm assuming it might have been a Moab or something like that, a store like that, because they
I think they were.
yeah, because when you read it, it reads like the way they speak the English, the broken English.
It was, yeah.
And so it was a $20 bill from what I heard, and it was allegedly counterfeit. And there's a lot. I'm not gonna debate the stuff with the videos and what happened. They said he was resisting. Obviously, y'all make your own decisions. You see it out there. It doesn't look like it. He was actually handcuffed
Right.
as this guy was restraining him in an unauthorized, illegal manner. And I only saw pictures and moments of it. I couldn't watch the whole thing because I was reading people's anguish as they said they were, like apparently the brother called out for his mother who's dead towards it. Like, big man, bro. That, like, this dude was big.
Yeah.
And the despair that he must have felt in that moment to just kind of be like, mama, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's tough, bro. I feel emotional about it. It's sad. Apparently he was trying to get his life together, right? Just like Christ said, which of us who has not sinned throw the first stone? We've all come out of that. The scripture tells us such were some of you. And while he may not have had the commandments, right? Apparently he was engaged to an Edomite or whatever that is. I'm not going to touch on those extremes of it. But to me, it's just another example of how they hunt our steps, and then our reactions are never the appropriate reactions. Go ahead, read.
Lamentations 4:18. They hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets.
They hunt our steps that we can't even go into our own streets. I can't even go and be in my own neighborhood without some accusation or presumption or some surmising that I'm up to no good. Now, I'm not talking about the ones that are really up to no good, right? That's different. But we know the disparity and the difference in the way that we're dealt with. We saw it with the Gadites on the college campus last year. We saw it with the sister that was sleeping in the dorm area. I think there was a Northern Kingdom brother that they called the cops on one of the college campuses. There is a constant reminder for all of you dum-dum. Then my wife showed me something in the car today, like some Simeon guy put a thing with a white hand and a black hand, one race, one blood, all this other stuff. I said, gosh, the ignorance. You very rarely see white people doing that. It's always us that's talking about one race, one blood. But when we get to the point in the clip where Malcolm speaks,
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
you're going to see what he has to say about those so-called white people that try to help us out, right? That the Bible calls Edom, the Edomites, okay?
That's right.
Come on.
Michael Moore had some choice words for the Minneapolis protests. He said, "Good citizens burning down the evil police precinct in Minnesota after all police were out and safe. All police should go home. No violence, please. Police headquarters must be demolished by the city tomorrow as a show of contrition to Black America. Rebuild PD with decent, kind people, aka people of color." Obviously, there were
Stop. So now he's going into Michael Moore. So he's a famous filmmaker, Edomite, and boy, he's inciting and saying they should burn down the police station, let it burn as a contrition to Black America, and make sure that there's more blacks and Hispanics on the police force when they go to. Well, first of all, he's gonna say this: there's a lot of blacks and Hispanics on the police force. All right, there's a lot. And he's going to show the hypocrisy of Michael Moore, and then he's going to go into the clip that Malcolm said, because you're going to have those Edomites that try to jump on the bandwagon with you, and the hypocrisy of Michael Moore is that he's worth like at least $50 million. They said he has 9 houses. He's going to bring it out. He has like 9 houses and stuff like that, and they said he'd never build a house in one of those neighborhoods where they burn his stuff down and stuff like that. So he's trying to basically inciting those protests and that stupid behavior. So he's telling them, go ahead, burn your neighborhood down. Right, continue to do that type of stuff while I sit in my wealth and stuff like that. Go ahead.
right were already black and Hispanic people of color on the police force. In fact, I believe the police chief was black himself. But Michael Moore had to
The chief
lie
is black.
and say that let's burn it down until we could get people of color there. What you might not know about Michael Moore is he's a multimillionaire, $50 million, has upwards of 9 houses, and would never take part or live in these areas. I mean, that's for you to do. You burn down your neighborhood. Please burn that, burn that, burn that. I wonder if he'd feel that way if you went towards Michael Moore's neighborhood. Something's off about that. $50 million, 9 houses, telling people in Minnesota what to do and acting like he's the king of minorities. If I recall, I believe there was a Malcolm X explanation for people like this. Let's look.
There are many whites who are trying to solve the problem, but you never see them going under the label of liberals. That white person that you see calling himself a liberal is the most dangerous thing in the entire Western Hemisphere. He's the most deceitful. He's like a fox, and a fox is always more dangerous in the forest than the wolf. You can see the wolf coming. You know what he's up to, but the fox will fool you. He comes at you with his mouth shaped in such a way that even though you see his teeth, you think he's smiling. You take him for a friend.
Ooh.
Lego.
Israel is back.
We back.
Israel is back.
We
got
back.
the nations running scared because Israel is back. All lies on us, cause we keeping them laws.
Keeping them
when the
laws.
Lord return, Babylon will
Babylon
fall.
go
Precepts solid. We got them on lock.
Got 'em on lock.
God's chosen people with Christ as our rock. Israel is back.
We back.
Israel is back.
We back.
You heathen, get ready for our whip to crack.
Damn.